All right, we're back. This is not Graham anymore. He lost his beard.
The Greek update or downgrade. Pick one.
Stephen, welcome in, my friend.
Thanks for having me. I love being in the didn't do well, but is now doing commentating position.
Look, someone's got to do it, hey?
Well, we're here with Isaac Egan, one of the longest running Eternal players, do you reckon, in Australia?
Yeah, he's done it all. He's run a store. He's judged. He's won events. He's really just done everything there is to do in Australia in Magic. He's gone to the Pro Tour and done reasonably well.
And then we've got Al, who's got Lunchbox and Taxes.
Yeah, so affectionately known as that because he turned up to a tournament with a Lunchbox deck box.
Look, it's been a long year, but I think he still has a Lunchbox as his deck box.
Chad actually wanted to ask before whether he had to get a bigger lunchbox for his 80 card deck.
Yeah, it's not a fun-sized deck anymore.
That's right, yeah.
So we got Isaac on our left playing Rug Delver, and Al on our right. Oh, sorry, Isaac on the left, Al on the right.
Yeah.
I think this matchup it's pretty even. There's been some upgrades to D&T with Skyclave Apparition, which essentially just is Council's Judgment on a stick that repeats itself.
It's really cool. And Alistair's this is his 6th time playing against Delver today.
That was very, very, very much the theme of the day. Just Delver everywhere.
Yeah, so this is the 8th round, 5 rounds of Swiss plus the top 8. If they're waiting on us, they're good to go. I don't think they're waiting on us, but...
They're off. So
Alright, they're good. Alright, sweet.
Either a snow-covered or normal planes to kick us off.
It's a Grand Prix one, so I think it's a normal one.
And then a great start from Isaac, Volcanic Island into Delver of Secrets.
Can't really ask for much better there, really.
Yeah, you can follow that with
a Richardenport and a Thalia. That's the opposite of what Isaac wanted to see.
and a day, so that's pretty good. Now, of course, Alistair's up 2 lands to naught, but then we've got to flip Delver, so who's the real winner, Blind
Isaac,
flip to Force of Will.
Isaac just can't be stopped. Turn 1 Delver days, flip it to Force of Will.
That's all well and good, but at the end of the day... Oh, okay, no Wasteland. Well,
The Wasteland on the port. So perhaps he's holding more 1-drops, wants the ability to fire them off in the main phase. The port protecting... The port tapping down the coloured
Look,
source.
Death and Taxes is good, but it is a bit... It can be clunky, similar to Goblins, obviously, if you pin them on their mana. I know Al's got 2 Path to Exiles, 4 Swords of Plowshares main.
Yes.
Plus 4 Apparitions, so he just needs to get up there.
It's a lot of removal.
He also needs to clear the Force of Will and probably the other 8 pieces of removal
Yeah, Death and
in
Taxes.
Isaac's hand.
Really, it's night and day, the deck with Aether Vial and without Aether Vial.
But these iterations of Rug Delver, they're not like the Canadian Threshold versions that were just 1 CMC the whole deck. This deck basically starts at a curve of 2. But then obviously you get to 2 mana, and then you get everything's free. Ponder. For 1 mana, it's a pretty good deal. But for free,
Yeah, that's
I'll
right.
take that too.
Arcanist is just a huge beating.
Tarmogoyf added. So Al down to 11 already.
Tarmogoyf's not huge. We've got Days, Wasteland, Port.
I believe that's a Mother of Runes
It
there.
looks like a Mother of Runes. Looks a little better on the small screen than it does on our big screen.
So that can block the Tarmogoyf for a little while, assuming it doesn't get bolted, which it probably will.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly it. If there's a bolt here, it's growing the Goyf up to 3 anyway. Which will be... there's already a creature in the graveyard anyway. The Goyf's already for 3. So if this is an attack with both... Al's going down to 5 anyway. The Lightning Bolt's probably not going to the... Well, I mean, Isaac disagrees with me. Here we are.
No, you just clear a path, because if you get that... if you get... Mother of Runes online is very annoying to deal with Oko, even with Oko rather.
Sure.
You got to kill it eventually, and then you got to like 2 for 1 yourself. And I guess with Arcanist it's okay because it's just like an easy way to draw 5 cards a turn.
Sure, yeah. Cracking in.
But this is looking rather sad. I'm not even going to remotely pretend to be not biased at this point in time. I'm obviously rooting for the young gun, the Legacy. It turned up to Legacy for the first time not that long ago. And here we see Skyclave Apparition getting Force of Will.
There's the Force of Will that we knew about. Didn't even wait to see what the blue card in hand was.
Well, maybe it's just you're not allowed to bluff, are you, that way?
I mean, if
Can't
you
just flash a false wall without a blue card.
you can flash it, but you should. It's wibbly wobbly. Don't cheat, people.
Yeah, don't cheat or take your leg off.
So into the sideboard. That was a blistering fast game one. Like, this whole tournament was fast, man.
Was it?
Yeah, this is, we've done 7 rounds. We're game 1 into the finals. It's been 7 hours, including the 45-minute delay at the start of the tournament as well.
If you think about it, as we started at 12 o'clock, we
Yeah.
had 5 rounds of Swiss.
Plus 2 rounds of single
Yeah, and
in
then-
6 hours.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, normally like we budget an hour per round, and that's pretty close, with turnover, with games going to time, and then pairings going up and people leading to their seats. An hour per round is normally about right. Isaac finishing an insane year of Magic on another strong note. He is hoping, there's an Underground Sea on the line for whoever wins this, as well as, more importantly, the trophy. The trophy is the real prize.
Yeah, there's a point with Legacy where your deck's worth about 78 grand that winning a $600 card actually doesn't remotely come close to breaking even.
That's it. Alistair owns 80 Legacy cards. You think he needs money?
If you think about it, it's 100 or 95.
That's true. This is the final verbal, yes.
Why don't we pull up the deck list?
Yeah, I mean, I can't get them on screen, but we can definitely talk about their sideboarding options here. So sideboard for Alistair, he's got 1 path. That'd be the 3rd one, I think.
Yep.
I must have missed part of his deck list. This looks like, I don't know.
No, I think we're missing... Because there's no equipment, unless he's
Yeah.
playing Stoneforge Mystic as literal Squire.
Alright, I'm definitely missing some parts of his deck list, but his sideboard.
I know he's got 2 paths in the main.
1 path to exile, 2 surgical, 2 rest in peace, 2 council's judgment, 2 deafening silence, 1 containment priest, 1 graph digger's cage, 1 sword of feast and famine, 1 Phyrexian revoker, 1 Aether Sworn Canonist, and 1 Urion the Sky Nomad. I don't think that one's coming in.
No, that's pretty good in the sideboard as your 8th card.
It's kind of where you want it.
So I like the path, the rest in peace, as just an excellent way to nuke Arcanist and Tarmogoyf.
Yeah, hitting both of them at the same time.
I don't know if Isaac's playing... I suppose we've got the list. How good is that? I don't know if Isaac is playing the Delvey Mandrills.
Hooting Mandrills? No, none on the list.
No, but he's got Hex Drinker. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, 1 Hex Drinker. He was on 1, and so was Justin Ventura, our other featured rug player today.
Yeah, as was Sean Brown, actually. He was also playing
really?
1 of Hex Drinker. But he was playing like Blue-Red Delver. 2 basic islands. Ugh. Anyway. So 2 Council's Judgment seems pretty good. The Feast and Famine seems like an excellent upgrade to GT, which was probably terrible in this matchup. Because, for some unknown reason, Dreadful Arcanist is an X3. You explain that one to
Filthy,
me.
man. Someone in chat saying Ella has nice pants. I'm sure she'll be very happy to hear it. Don't you worry.
That is stunning commentary.
You gotta call out the important stuff here.
And Isaac's got 2 Clothis, God of Destiny.
Oh, let's get that back up
I
here.
believe 2 Sylvan Library,
Yes,
2
sir.
Submerge, a Brazen Borrower,
Oh, God, I've cooked it all.
3 Pyroblast, a Relic, Surgical Extraction,
God, I've just broken everything.
Blazing Volley, and Engine Explosives. Wow, he's actually got quite a lot of cards. I don't know. I love Spell Snare. So Isaac's got 1 in the main. Spell Snare is such a great card and so underplayed.
Yeah, you do see a lot of these lists running around with 1 Spell Snare. I haven't played much Delver in my time, but I've certainly watched a lot over the years, and I've seen 1 Spell Snare. I think the biggest reason for the 1 is that you've got so many cantrips, the ability to, look at it and decide, all right, is this a matchup where I want it? Is it show and tell where I don't want it?
Yeah.
And deal with it in that manner at that time.
Almost every deck is going to have some number of 2 CMCs.
Yeah.
And on the draw as a way to catch up.
So good on the draw.
Because it's very hard to deal with, Dreadhorde Arcanist, Young Pyromancer on the draw, and that's such a clean way to
Absolutely, yeah. Bitter Blossom in the old days as well.
do it. Jimbo showing our age here.
How do you beat turn 2 Bitter Blossom on the play? You can't.
Should have been banned in Modern. Should be.
It was banned. It's unbanned.
There we go.
Big thanks to everyone for tuning in as well. We're at Moxing Day, hosted by Tabernacle Games at Maze of Fitzroy, here in Melbourne. If you're not from Melbourne or not from Australia, sound off in the chat. Let us know where you're from.
If there's anyone from Greece, you're extra cool. Alright, so it looks like we're ready to go, huh?
Yeah, both players have got a 7 they're happy with. I don't think there was any mulligans, although I might be getting proven wrong here.
Let's go, Al. Come on. That wasn't me who said that.
Who said that? Someone in the peanut gallery said that, I think.
That was Fatima Tomopoulos.
Yeah, someone behind the screen said
Alright,
that.
so is that a Plains or a Caracas?
That's a Plains.
That's a Plains, okay. Sometimes D&T plays you this weird bluff. Oh, Hex Drinker turn 1. So this is a card that has to be answered very quickly. Otherwise, I think you pump it up 3 times, gets protection from instants.
Yeah, let's get it up on the screen, actually. There you go, up on the screen for the world to see.
So it's a 1 mana 2/1, good deal. You know, hell of a deal.
Savannah Lions up front.
Pump it, put 3 mana into it, it's a 4/4 protection from instants. Pretty good against, you know, Swords to Plowshares, Path to Exile. And then get it to 8, protection from everything. Everything. Oh, so Al has the... Okay, I like this. Al obviously, or probably, let's not be too cavalier here. No one speaks in absolutes, right? Al probably has a second piece of removal spell because he's not playing around days with his Swords to Plowshares.
He did actually. He wastelanded.
Oh, he wastelanded. Oh, okay, this isn't Isaac's end step. Well, this could be a lot scarier than thought originally.
So playing around days, forcing Isaac to 2 for 1 up here. You know, you're still pretty happy in Isaac's seat to losing 2 forces.
Pitch force, but that's okay because the quality of your force wheels get worse and worse as the game goes on.
Until you get to 5 mana. Looks like he drew a 3rd force there.
That's what force of negation's for.
He drew a 3rd force there, which is not where you want to be.
So I wonder if Isaac's just gonna level up old Hex Drinker.
Yeah, so if you do it once on this turn and 2 on the next turn.
Yep, then you're up to 4/4.
Yeah, that's right. And
which is a lot for Death Taxes.
There's not much you can remove it with. You're down to, I guess, some sort of Flicker
Apparition
Wisp.
past.
Yeah, Apparition.
Level 2.
Like, Flicker Wisp to reset it is fine. You're just buying time. But, I mean, that's all that Flicker Wisp ever does, right?
I think if Al can clear this Hex Drinker, he's got a pretty decent hand of mana denial. See, another Wasteland.
So, does Al play Revoker?
I think it's been cut to like a 1 of now.
Yeah, okay.
I think there's 1 in the sideboard.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 in the sideboard.
Something you can search for because he's playing 4 Recruiter of the Guards. This is a deck list, this Yorion. Essentially, and you wouldn't believe this, Jimbo, having played Magic, there is a huge rift in the Death and Taxes community over the choice of cards. So a Bolt makes quick work of Thalia, Hex Drinker gets him another 2.
Choosing to do that over leveling up the Hex Drinker to 3? To 4? So, yeah, to be in a 4/4?
Could have been a 4/4, their protection from instants. I think he values being able to cast his spells.
Yeah.
And if he's got nothing better to do next turn, he can just level it up
Yeah,
then.
and I guess, you know, all of the D&T answers to it are on 3, which means that if you pump the mana into it this turn and it gets cleanly answered, then you're just down that tempo.
Yeah, I suppose you don't want to waste a whole turn
Exactly,
just for it to get apparitions.
You know, you spend turn 1 on it, you spend turn 2 on it, you spend turn 3 on it, and then, you know, it gets Flicker Whispered and it's back down to, you know, you've lost to turn 2 and 3 entirely there.
Yeah, and you got a 2/1 to run into a 3/1.
Yeah.
So Yorion Taxes is there's 2 schools of thought. There's the XJ Cloud, who is the Twitter personality streamer, and then there is Thraven University Phil Gallagher.
Okay.
And they're at war with each other now.
All right.
I'm not kidding. Like, these are grown men, right?
Engaging in Twitter arguments.
They've blocked each other from Twitch, Discord, Twitter, everything, because...
Over Death and Taxes?
Over Death and Taxes, or another Force of Will on Stoneforge Mystic. So this is the real tempo.
Yeah, this is going all in here on this Hex Drinker.
And then a Mother Runes, which can...
Down to 1 card in hand. I think it might be a Treadhorde Arcanist.
Alright, so now we're up to a 4/4.
Yeah, getting in. Opponent down to 12. I totally didn't leave that last attack. Don't worry about it.
So there's either Yorion Taxes or there's this other card, Aspirant or something. It's like at the beginning of combat, put a +1/+1 counter or something. I don't really
I
get it.
vaguely know of it. I know of something like that. Ports here coming in from Alistair. He's got 2 ports and 2 other lands.
So you can port the Wasteland there, which is probably just going to get fired off on a port.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the ability to stop this Hex Drinker ever going further.
And he can just forever block it with Mother Runes.
That's right. I mean, the worry would be, you know, if you block it with Mother of Runes and then Isaac responds with a Lightning Bolt.
Well, I suppose the other option is dying in 3 turns.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
look, fair.
Blocking a
So
bolt.
there's the volcanic. Is there a bolt? Is the moment of truth here? No, there's a delver.
Oh, you know, a fine consolation prize.
Yeah, no bolt, just a 3/2 flyer. I posted a Facebook status. I want to say 5 years ago. It said delver is just lightning bolt with rebound. I was a very wise man back then.
It is funny how Delver's just taken over.
Yeah, right.
And hasn't really ever let go.
Luminarch Aspirant chat says the card is.
Yes, that one.
Let's have a look here.
So I don't really see this as being a Death and Taxes card.
The card looks so anemic. You know, I know people are playing it, but I don't get why.
Alright, so here we go. 3 mana. Is this... Oh,
Sanctum
Sanctum
Prelate.
Prelate.
I mean, it's not what you want, but it's
You know what? It's quite terrifying.
not
Because it
bad
shuts
by
off his
any
own
means.
removal.
Yeah, okay.
It shuts off his own plows.
I mean, they were already close enough to off anyway.
And Delver flips.
But I mean, it means that your Mother of Runes is blocking the Hex Drinker a little better by way of Sanctum Prelate.
Yeah, I think Owl's just unfortunately hit the wrong side of variance in this game. He hasn't really been able to control. If you look at the matchup as like who's the beatdown, you know, we're going back 20 years now.
And
Owl is very much the control.
was that the 4th Force of Will? I just want to point out
Yeah.
that was revealed there.
Was it there absolutely was. Mismatching Force of Wills.
He's got a lot of mismatching cards, but I mean, we can't talk about that. Alistair's got 37 different planes in his deck.
Does he actually?
I have no idea. Every time I look, you know, there's an Odyssey foil, there's a Cold Snap foil, Snow Covered, there's an Ice Age, there was a Grand Prix one.
Hex Drinker up to 6.
Yeah, it's really close to hitting that critical mass. Was it level 8?
Yeah.
Where it turns into a mini Progenitus.
And that'll basically just one-shot Owl at that point.
Absolutely, you know, there's nothing to deal with it unless there was a Council's Judgment out of the board, perhaps.
I'm sure he brought them in. He's just not seeing them at the minute. Now, by the way, Owl has just torn through Rug Delver players all day.
All day.
I think he beat Isaac before.
Yeah, in round 5.
Yeah.
They were top of the Swiss, and Alistair offered the ID, and Isaac said, "No, I want to play for first." And
Well, I suppose in a long way we've ended up at the same spot of
very
Isaac playing
true.
for first.
Yeah, I mean they're playing for first in a different way here. Instead of top of the Swiss, they're playing for top of the not Swiss.
Well, we better hope there's a Flicker Wisp for that Hex Drinker, which would be great to then, you know, bounce Hex Drinker, block Delver.
Yeah, very true. Flicker Wisp or Skyclave, but you know, Flicker Wisp's the cleaner one, in my opinion.
Well, Al's got 1 card in hand.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing as well. There's been 3 Force of Wills fired off. Sorry, 2 Force of Wills, and they're even on cards, or very close to it. Al's just, you know, he's in the tank here.
Yeah, I'm sure you were glad someone was dealing with Delver. I'm afraid that ship may be sailing.
We see 2 ports here, so unless Isaac has another land, we won't be seeing the max level Hex Drinker.
Alright, so up to
Okay.
7.
And in for 1, in with just the Delver,
So Al down to 6.
which is still, you know, that's still a lethal Hex Drinker next turn.
And the problem is that Isaac's drawn a very good card in... Has he actually cast a cantrip this game?
No.
No, he hasn't.
He's cast-
He's got a 1/3 then, I suppose.
He's cast these 2 guys in play and 2 Force of Wills.
And Al drops the Battle Skull. So congratulations to
Yeah,
Isaac.
that's it. Easy, quick, very quick final there. We'll wrap that up, and we're I'm gonna kick you out. It was a short-lived in here, Stephen, but it was
I'm more.
Great to have
I
you.
think my girl's more than happy. I think she's kind of mad that I was doing commentary. So. She wants food.
fair enough. Well, thanks for joining us. You know, and good luck with finding some dinner for the missus.
Yeah.
But are you playing in either of the other events? There's Highlander tomorrow, Modern on Monday.
I might play Modern because you can play Goblins in Modern now.
Oh, yeah, they
Ringleader,
printed all
Matron,
these good ones now.
Sling Gang Lieutenant.
Still don't have Lackey, but you know.
Who needs Lackey when you got Modern Fanatic? It's the same
And
thing.
Mox? Oh no, you don't have Moxus either, do you?
No.
No, he's in Commander.
Just good old-fashioned Goblins,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, fair enough.
Anyway, thanks
Alright.
for doing this, Jimbo.
Yeah, cheers, Stephen.
Make sure to like and subscribe. Smash that hit like button.
All right, I'm here with the winner, Isaac Egan. Congratulations. Here's your prize. A lovely underground sea.
Yeah. Good condition too.
Yeah.
Very happy with
Maybe
that.
we'll see that up on auction sometime soon. Or something.
No, it'll be up for a Highlander price sometime.
Oh.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Wait. So you've got an event coming up soon. Free entry, online Highlander League,
Yeah.
and there's an underground sea for first place.
Not this one.
Not that one?
This one's really nice.
I just want to make sure, like this wasn't
one's
a cold
like,
shot.
this is
You're
like, this is like minty fresh. So,
I'm going to put up an underground sea. I got to go win an underground sea.
yeah, just baller.
How was your day? We saw you in round 5. You were playing Top of the Swiss.
Yeah, so I had in that feature match I played against Alistair, and he destroyed me. Like
Night and day.
It felt bad. Like it actually felt bad. Like
The difference between that match and the one we just saw on screen then was it was really different.
yeah, like him missing his 3rd land drop after I wastelanded him, which was technically his 4th land drop or something. And I had a threat out, and then I joined it with another threat and had a counter backup. Like it was just like,
Yeah, I mean,
oh my god.
that's what you want the Delver deck to do, right? You have
Yeah,
to,
play an
the turn
early
1
threat.
Delver, days, flip to Force of Will.
Yeah, and then some,
beat
like
that.
game 2, some just, like natural flip, force of will. I'm sitting there like, I'm like, oh, do I like exile this 2nd force of will or this brainstorm that's in my hand? And I'm
Yeah,
like,
I
well,
did see you tanking on that.
if I draw trash, then I want to exile this the 2nd force of will in order to find another threat. And if I know that there's a blue card on top of my library, then I want to exile the brainstorm, so I've got force of will, blue card for the next thing because I've already got the threat out. And I ended up going with the exile and the force of will because of that potential to just draw trash.
Yeah.
And I haven't drew a 3rd force of will.
You ended up with all 4 at the end of the
Yeah.
game. It was insane. All right, well, how was your time through the Swiss, the games we didn't see you on stream?
Yeah, okay, so the first round I was played against Graham King, and then we had a repair, right?
Yep.
So then I got paired against Cordell, he was on Elves.
Okay, yeah.
And
he travelled all the way in from Sale. That's like 150 Ks. That's
a decent
100 miles for anyone who's uses the wrong system of measurement.
yeah, and then I played against Goblins.
Okay.
And Goblins was like a little bit scary, but I just had everything that I needed to have. Like,
Yeah, sure.
Oh, you went to one Lucky, I want to one Bolt. You play another thing, I'll force you. And I'll play Dreadhorde Arcanus and bolt your other Goblin, and then bolt your Goblin and Dreadhorde Arcanus bolt. Yeah. And then round 3, I ended up winning that one as well, which was against Reanimator.
Okay.
Which was pretty close. Reanimator pilot that made the top 8 as well. I think Michael, is it?
Yeah, Michael. That's
Yeah.
right.
So that was pretty cool. It was pretty interesting. Game 2, I started in all this graveyard hate, and he played a pack rat and made rats.
Yeah, he was doing that to everybody.
Yeah, I just couldn't deal with the rats.
Absolutely everyone. Yeah.
And then game 3, I started in the bolts again, and I could deal with the rats.
Yep, absolutely. I think if his deck wins game 1 against a Delver deck, he's going to get game 2 off the rats.
Yeah, the rats
Absolutely,
got me good.
yeah.
And then I did round 4, and then round 5.
You were against Alistair on stream.
Alistair on stream, and then top 8 played against Snow, and those were some pretty close games there. And then in the semis, you were on camera against.
And those
Awesome.
were some high octane games as well. There was a turn, in game 1 there was the 2 dazes on turn 1. It was like Ponder, Daze. And then in game 2 I was like, geez, this is a lot less dazes than in game 1, and then you fight off 3 in a turn between.
Yeah, I cracked the fetch to play for his days, and he dazed again. Then I dazed his days, and I paid for the days, and then
you could replay the land to pop the explosives.
that was a sweet one. That's probably
Really
my play of the
good.
day. Play of the day was
Chat loved it. The commentators loved it. It was a good one. Well, congratulations. Are you back tomorrow for the Highlander portion of this?
I definitely am trying to run it back.
Awesome. So same as today, 5 rounds, maybe 6 if we get enough players. We're going to have 6 rounds of Swiss in the top 8. Hopefully see you in the top 8 then.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on.
No worries. Cheers.